welcome to Synthaholic Games. This is your host David. Along with me is just Brian.
I didn't introduce myself this time.
Still,
I'm just
Brian.
gonna be known as Expedition 33 for reasons we'll get into.
Oh, okay. Hello, Expedition.
Yeah, just call me Expedition 33 today.
Hello, Expedition 33. Welcome.
Hello, it's good to see
the
you.
Show. Welcome to the show.
We talk about video games sometimes here.
Sometimes we do
things that we find interesting, or things I guess that are even video game adjacent, I suppose.
Sometimes, absolutely.
Sometimes.
So, there's been a.
David, what have we over the past 2 weeks? What have we found that we thought, let's talk about it?
Well, Microsoft just can't stop shooting themselves in the foot. So.
So they were great.
You did mention Expedition 33 just a moment ago, and that you wish to be known as Expedition 33. Expedition 33 did come out this past Thursday as of watching this live. So it'll be out for about a week by the time this video comes out. But you know what's been out for a week and a day as of when this video comes out? Oblivion Remastered. Yes, go ahead. What's your guess?
It's Oblivion. You just said it.
Oh, wait, I did give it away, didn't I? Spoilers, it was Oblivion. So, Microsoft has Expedition 33 on Pass, right? And ideally, if you have something on Game Pass, you probably want people to play it, right? Is that something you would?
I think that tracks. Okay, I'm on board.
Okay, so Microsoft also owns Bethesda, and granted, I mean, I know it wasn't specifically made, but I mean, they've got access over when this would probably shadow drop. They could have.
I'm sure they have complete control. I'm sure.
There's a little exclusive coming to Sony called Ghost of Yotai. That would have been a great time to shadow drop something against your actual competition. But no. We're going to compete against a multi-platform title that you have on your own Game Pass service, so you cannibalize sales potentially of both games.
Yeah.
Good job, Microsoft.
I don't know. So for Oblivion itself, though,
is amazing.
For Oblivion, you and I aren't. Well, I don't think it's a surprise to anybody that I wouldn't be a fan of this. You also don't particularly like this game. I know it's beloved by a lot of people, and I know a lot of people like it. But you and I are both in the same camp where it's kind of like we're indifferent about it.
Yeah,
or in fact don't like it.
Well, the first Bethesda game I liked was Fallout 3, and the second Bethesda game I liked was Skyrim, and the third Bethesda game I liked was Fallout 4, and then anything before or after those titles I have not liked. So yeah,
gotcha.
That's how my.
They don't like the Terminator game that they made?
I never played that one, so I can't speak. I can't speak to that one. But I played Mario 1, didn't care for it. Played Oblivion, didn't care for it. Played Fallout 76. That game was trash, as was Starfield. So
I don't like remasters. I'm gonna say it. I don't like them, and I don't think they should exist. I don't care what the IP is. I would rather have new stuff than just continue to make sequels, prequels, remakes, remasters. I don't want any of that. Just stop. Can we just make new stories? Why do we need to go back to Oblivion? The game's 25 years old, or what? When did it come out? 2005? Is it 20 years old? Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, why can't they just make a new game? Why do we got to take this studio have to remaster this old game that you can still play, and just have them make something good? Because from what I've seen, the reviews for this Oblivion game seem to be fine. They seem to be, towards a positive. And so why couldn't the studio that remastered this make their own game? You know what I mean? If this is what they're capable of, making an RPG, I don't know.
Because Todd Howard says no, because Todd Howard won't let anyone else do spin-offs. I don't know. I really want Microsoft to put their foot down and be like, stop saying no to people, Todd. We're going to let people make.
Okay, well, there's a lot. It's like a bad thing fighting a bad thing. You know, we don't like Microsoft, and I don't like Todd Howard, so it's like a double negative. Oh no, does that turn into a positive?
Yes.
That's how we ended up with Oblivion. It was a double negative. It turned into Oblivion.
Oh no, I don't know. I mean, I think remakes and or remasters have their place sometimes. But
ones that
what's
the caveat to that?
the caveat to it is you don't remake The Last of Us Part 2 remastered when The Last
That's
of Us
exactly
Part
where
2
I was going.
when The Last of Us Part 2 is only 2 or 3 years old. Oblivion being a decade old, sure. Bring it up to
You read
modern.
my mind. That was the exact example I was gonna say.
Oblivion bringing up also Horizon Zero Dawn 1 remastering that. That's the game is fine.
Yeah, what? This
Like recent games that have come out within a generation don't need remakes or don't need remasters. Multiple generations old games like 10 like I think remasters should only be like 10 15-year-old games or older. Like that's
Yeah.
the bar. If the
Well,
game is
Horizon
like,
still, the original still is like comparable to like the best looking stuff we got now.
yeah, so if the game is less than a decade old, it probably doesn't need a remaster.
I would dare I say probably it just doesn't. If
Well,
the
yeah,
game comes out bad, then it stays bad. But if it comes out good, it doesn't need a remaster a couple years later. It's still going to be a good looking game. Horizon,
Yeah.
like I mentioned, is still a good looking game even without the remaster. Or The Last of Us. The Last of Us still is a good looking game too.
Yeah.
Part 1 or Part 2.
Yes. Yeah. Well, the remaster only came from Last of Us Part 1 only came to PC. I don't think he ever got the standard, but it doesn't matter. I mean, the
point still stands is that Naughty Dog
just
continues to like remaster both those games multiple times.
So a year after when the bald-headed girl sword game, I don't remember what it's called, that they now, we're getting a remaster of that a year after that comes
I
out.
have no idea. A bald-headed girl game? What are you talking about?
Naughty
What?
Dog's next game. What's it called? She's got bald head. She's got like a sword. I don't know. Their next
Oh
game.
man, I
Naughty
don't know
Dog,
what you're talking about.
Naughty Dog's next game. That's what I'm talking about.
That space game? Wait, the space game?
Yeah, with the bald-headed girl with a sword. Yeah.
What about it?
There's gonna be a remake of that game a year after it comes out.
when it comes out? Oh man, I saw that.
Because that's how
just
Naughty Dog does.
Fun fact. We're like not totally off Oblivion here, but being oblivioned. But when Neil Druckmann was working on Last of Us Part 1, he was getting a lot of pushback to make Ellie the main character, and he thought it was going to stir up controversy, which it did at the time and probably still does, even in the Part 2. It's like he's always trying to find controversy. Now, for this game, he said he's trying to even do it more because he's going to make it like against religion. There's going to be like a religion component to this game that's going to be like, to try to rile up people. It seems like he likes living in that like controversy land.
He likes people not buying his games, apparently. Let's see how Sony feels about that.
What, not buying it? Those games are still, all of those games are pretty successful.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure Last of Us Part 2 sold significantly less than Part 1.
I mean, it was a worse game, but I think it's still. I don't think. I know it still sold well.
The game got leaked. I do not think it sold as well as the first.
It didn't. It didn't.
They leaked the story.
It did not sell as well as the first game, but it still sold well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not going to say it sold bad, but I know it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, that first game was really good, but yeah, Oblivion was shadow dropped. We didn't even mention that it just kind of came out. For you and I, it doesn't really matter too much. I guess if you like Oblivion, go play your slop.
Yeah, I mean, it's if you loved Oblivion, that's good on you. I just think it was a tactically poor decision for Microsoft to shadow launch a game the day before one of their Game Pass games, like day one Game Pass games, is coming out.
Yeah,
doesn't make sense. I don't understand why you would do that to yourself, because they're both RPGs, Expedition 33 and Oblivion. Why would you cannibalize your sales like that? Why wouldn't you put it up against a Sony exclusive, like Ghost of Yokai?
or just move it to like a different week or something, or I don't know, give it a little bit of you want to obviously you want to spread out your games, so like right when people are finishing their last game, they go into your next game, keep it that going. I understand more games come out nowadays, but Microsoft doesn't come out with enough games where they wouldn't be able to strategically play certain games in certain times. It's not like they're coming out with games every month, and even if they are, they're not worth getting every month, whatever's coming out.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's pretty crazy. I don't know. I whoever's like Phil Spencer, I don't know what you're smoking, dude. What you guys are.
Yeah. The problem is with Phil Spencer is like he seems like a good guy. Every time you see him, I don't have any. I don't have any. Yeah, but can you point to any particular thing that he's said that is bad, or he just seems like he's a nerd?
I don't care what he said. It's all about what Microsoft does.
Well, yeah, that's the problem. It
said,
seems like it seems like a good guy that doesn't know how to manage.
He says one thing, and Microsoft does all this other crazy shit that doesn't make any sense. So I'm like,
well, I would imagine he's in most control of making those decisions in the background.
Exactly.
He's high up in the company. He's not just like a random guy.
Which is why I don't trust him. And I don't like what he says.
I don't trust him either. But to me, he just seems like a nerd that does like video games. It just doesn't seem like he knows how to lead or know what to do. I mean, at this point, I feel like he's been the head of Xbox or Microsoft Gaming or whatever the heck it's called for a number of years now, and they've done nothing but continue to fail. They've just progressively gotten worse under his leadership. So who do you point to blame? You know,
I don't know. But speaking of progressively getting worse, Discord is.
Oh man, look at that! Look at that movement to that movement to the next article, man. Oh man,
yeah.
So yeah, I'll talk about this one for a bit. Discord came out in 2015. I was in that first batch of Discordiers. I don't know what we're called. We're called pioneers, but Discordiers, where I've been using Discord for 10 years at this point. And I've liked Discord, and it's also progressively has gotten worse because they need to start making more money. Makes sense. They want to, just figure out how to make more money. So they're planning on going public. And in turn of going public, their current CEO stepped down, and now their new CEO was an executive at EA. So I would imagine with that combination, that's going to kill Discord. There's going to be ads, I'm sure. There's going to be different subscription plans. There's going to be microtransactions that there already are, but I'm sure they'll get worse. There'll be memberships to probably certain Discord servers coming. I mean, that's where we're going to be heading. I'd be shocked if I'm wrong.
Pay per message.
I don't know if we'll get that bad, but I could see it.
I mean, you might have to pay a subscription to use voice chat. Probably, it's going to be miserable.
If they do that, we'll just also. But I would imagine if that stuff really starts happening, it's going to be hard because Discord has become like the main place for not even. They've branched out from even beyond gaming now, but I would like, hopefully people will just like go on like the TeamSpeak.
Bring back TeamSpeak. Woo!
Yeah, they've been there.
I've got balls of steel. The old Duke Nukem video, the person trolling TeamSpeak channels. That was great.
Yeah. Oh, it used to be. Man. But yeah, that's Discord. So I don't know. Get prepared for Discord if Discord gets worse in the next couple months, years, or whatever. This decision that happened this week is why.
Oh yeah, but I mean they've been steadily getting worse. Like
they've slowly been. Let's like change the whole UI of Discord just because. We gotta modernize. We gotta change it just to change it.
People like making like the worst decisions.
It worked. When Discord came out, it was great. It was all that you didn't need to do anything different. It was just fine. It was fine the way it is.
When Skype came out, it was great, and the day Microsoft bought it, Skype
got
became
worse.
bad.
Started getting worse.
I told you, and they hadn't even had it for any amount of time.
You don't even have to do anything with it. Just leave it alone.
As soon as it changed hands, Skype got so much worse.
Yeah.
And so, I
don't understand how once like a big company like gets a hold of something, it just gets worse. I don't know, like that. You would think you want to make more money, but you also have money to make it better, more money to make it better. But it just somehow just gets worse. It loses its soul. Discord to me doesn't feel like it has a soul anymore. It just feels like it's just a piece of software I use.
Yeah. Well,
but that's how it is.
It's disappointing. But
speaking of souls.
Speaking of souls being sucked away, Expedition 33 is out, and there's no one older than the age of 33 alive. Their souls have been sucked out.
Yeah, their souls are gone. Oh. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 came out, or it was first shown to us in 2024. I think during E3 week, somewhere around there, or maybe Game Awards week, one of those events. They showed a trailer.
And we both were like, "This looks awesome!" Like,
we both without talking to each other. After we got to probably podcasting or something about it. That was the only trailer of the day or whatever that we were like, "Yeah, this one's a good one."
This one looks good. Yeah, It's just
Yeah, and
instantaneously.
now it just gives me confidence in myself that I can predict what's going to be a good game before it comes out, because now Expedition 33 has come out, and it is one of the highest rated games ever, and is the highest rated game of this year so far. So
And it's
this is we're,
broken
we're
the
looking at a game of the year
500,000
contender here for
game of the year
sure.
contender. It's sold more than 500,000 copies, as you can see on this wonderful webpage, and it's exciting to me because it's just crazy. We saw the game, it looked awesome, and it was really good. I feel like. I mean, granted, I know
We know
Stellar
video
Blade.
games.
I know Stellar Blade wasn't a Game of the Year contender. I wish it would have been, but I thought that game looks awesome, and it was a very fantastic.
It was awesome. It just wasn't. It just wasn't like it wasn't deep enough for it to be a game of the year.
Oh, this game's deep.
This one
man.
does.
Like this game.
Yeah, this game.
I thought I just gotten to Act 1. The game's already made me very, very emotionally sad. It's like a kick to the nuts a little bit.
Yeah, the prologue is pretty intense.
Yeah,
they do a great job. I would imagine this game is going to be nominated for everything that's in. Whether it'll win that what's going to be nominated for or not
voice
is another
acting,
story.
music,
Yeah,
character design,
story.
Like it's this game's. I think this game should, and this game was developed by around 30 developers. I haven't found an exact number. I don't know if it's exactly 30 or just
I
in
think
the 30s.
I think it's 37.
But the fact that this game was made in 5 years, because they started in around 2020, maybe a little bit earlier, but the last thing I saw specifically,
Somewhere around 2020.
they said it started around COVID, so that could be late 2019, 2020. And this game came out in 5 years. It is the Game of the Year contender, and it was made by less than 100 devs, less than 50 devs. And this game is astounding. It's absolutely gorgeous. It is fun to play, and I can't wait to get deeper into it. And it's, like you said, it's gotten all these crazy reviews.
They even picked out even the acting in it. The voice acting
Charlie
they got.
Cox.
It's like this is the best voice acting you can get.
Oh yeah, it's so good. It's so good. And like people are calling this game a masterpiece. And granted, I just started Act 1.
Yeah, neither one of us have. There hasn't been enough time to actually, unless you got like a pre-release copy of the game. I don't think as of recording there's been enough time to finish the game.
Yeah,
but
unless you just didn't sleep.
I think even if you didn't sleep, the game has only been out for what 2 days at this point, and the game takes like 60 or 70 hours to beat. So I don't think you feasibly could finish this game quite yet.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe I don't know. I don't have any concrete evidence on that. But you and I are both in around the same area of the game, somewhere towards the middle, or not the middle, the start of Act 1.
So this game is made by 30-ish Ubisoft devs, and like
which is
you know, Brian and I have such high regards for Ubisoft. We clown on them consistently, nonstop, and the fact that this game is made by Ubisoft developers just shows how bad corporate decision making is in video games. The fact that these people probably they left Ubisoft and like, we're gonna make what we want to make with all our video game inspirations, and they made a masterpiece by all accounts. Granted, I haven't finished the game, but everywhere I've read, everyone's saying this is a masterpiece, 10 out of 10, or like very high score game.
Yeah.
It blows me away.
It really is. It's shocking. That's like how poorly Ubisoft. Like if you're an Ubisoft fan now, I don't know how like you could see this and be like, oh my god, what the heck is going on here? Ubisoft has like thousands of employees across the world, and they keep coming out with these terrible games that are microtransaction ridden, bug ridden, not a good story, just not nominated for anything. Nobody likes them really. And then 30 people of those 1,000 leave, and they just make a masterpiece. It's gotta suck for Ubisoft people that are just like, what in the world are we doing here? Like, I feel like you'd have to just sit back and be like, what are we doing here?
I honestly hope this turns the whole AAA industry on its head. Like, the fact that letting creative people do creative things, and
it works out sometimes.
And it sells.
It's a higher risk, which big companies don't want to take anymore. But the reason these big companies are starting to fail is because there's no risk anymore. If you just
There's no risk anymore. What? You cut out again.
I cut out if you remove the risk from making all video games, who cares anymore? You know. So that's why I like that. Like, if you make a new IP, it's more risky. But if you just make, Assassin's Creed 12 or whatever, there's no risk and nobody cares, which is what happened. It can be a good game, but nobody cares about Assassin's Creed anymore. It just doesn't. It's just been going on for too long. There's no story. There's nowhere to go for that. It's kind of a dead series at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I honestly really hope that this turns the gaming industry on its head. Like Double A is the new Triple A. Triple A just turns out slop microtransaction stores, and Double A is able to produce masterpieces. Like technically, Baldur's Gate 3, a Double A game. This game, Double A, and like there's also like just completely indie games that are also like kind of dominate the market, Hollow Knight and whatnot. I mean, like it's really kind of crazy that the Triple A
AAA,
has
it's not where you go to play good games
completely
anymore.
have almost completely dropped the ball. I mean, granted, there are some good AAA games that come out, like Final Fantasy, and
Yeah, but like what 1 in 15 are like worth playing?
yeah,
1 in 20.
yeah. I mean, it's sad, but hopefully this will be a big kick in the nuts for the gaming industry. I mean, I think Baldur's Gate was a little bit, especially when Larian comes out and like jabs the gaming industry over and over and over again because Sven is awesome.
He is pretty cool.
But yeah, I'm really hoping we get more stuff like this. I can't wait to play more of it. It's such a good game. So
Yeah.
good news this week. We just shat on Nintendo all last time because that was just a bunch of bad news. This game is $50. Not even a $60 game. It's not a $70 game. It is $50. I paid for the special edition because everything I heard about this game.
Special edition is 60.
Yeah, it's 60. So I mean, like,
Yeah.
I everything I heard about this game was just it's amazing. So I want to support these people that have made a great game. No performance issues that I can tell. Other people have stated they've
I
never
haven't
ran
had
into a
any.
single
I haven't had any
bug.
trouble yet either.
So I mean, this is the gold standard. Almost no bugs that I've heard reported. It's stable and it's a masterpiece.
Yeah. This game just further cements why like I can't support games like Monster Hunter that come out anymore. I just can't do it. It's like it's just 30 something people worked on this game and there's zero issues. Then Monster Hunter comes out, there's like a billion people that work on the game and the game barely runs.
And then I know also like I made this point to you before we started, but it's like, okay, we've got 30 people in 5 years making a masterpiece of a game, but Bethesda with 400 people takes a decade to make a shit game. Like what?
Yeah, it's just like where there's a problem somewhere at these companies. It's like it needs to be figured out. It's like I want to play Monster Hunter. I want Monster Hunter to be a good game. I like Monster Hunter, but like these games that are similar to Monster Hunter, I just can't support them anymore. I just can't do it. Unfortunately, but
I don't want to.
I'm glad games like this are still around every once in a while. Every like 2-3 years we get a special game like this, and I think this is one of them.
Oh yeah, this is a super special game.
Yeah.
Congrats on their 500,000 copies sold, and I really hope the studio has a long life of making just masterpieces. Because I mean,
well, they definitely. I mean, 500,000 at $50 a piece. Say after all the distribution tax that they have to pay, you're making $30 a piece. I mean, you're making that's tens of millions of dollars. Was it $30 million? $300 million? It's $30 million, I think. I mean, that's a good amount to definitely make a next game. So
I hope so. I really hope these people keep going. Maybe make an expand. I don't even know if the game's going to be like set up for an expansion.
Yeah, I feel like so far it probably doesn't need. It's probably not going to get an expansion. It doesn't feel like a DLC type game to me. It feels like I have literally no idea what's going to happen. But at the end, I feel like it's either there's going to be nobody left to like go anywhere, or they'll be like the story will just be complete and a DLC will not be necessary.
Yeah, so I mean, like, yeah, maybe it'll have a cliffhanger, maybe it won't. I don't know how the story's
gonna
go.
Oh man, if it was a cliffhanger, that would suck.
Well, hopefully they'll keep it going. I don't know. I am.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it goes.
I'm excited. I wish this studio many years of good luck, and if if they can just do what their imagination, what they want to do, I feel like that's good. Let artists be artists. That's the problem with AAA companies. They don't let artists be artists. They just mandate slop. They mandate a microtransaction store, and then they have to build slop around the microtransaction store and hope it's good enough for people to eat.
Exactly.
That's what it feels like. AAA gaming
Eat from the
is now.
trough, pig. Eat from the trough. You want your 99-cent sword, don't you?
But we make you pay a $3 pack, so you can have to.
And then all the prices, everything is like put in a weird way. So you like put $5 in to buy the $3 thing. So then you're left with like $2 worth of stuff, but nothing's $2. So then you got to put in another $5. So now you're at $7.
Yeah, it's awful.
Man.
That's awful. I hate AAA for the most part. I really hope that this kicks the industry in the ass. I hope more games start doing this, because I mean that's just it's incredible.
I agree. But yeah, that's our video game stuff. Go play Clair Obscura Expedition 33.
Yeah, get this
after the prologue. If you're not hooked, then you don't like stories.
Or piano music.
No, or piano music. You don't like emotional stuff.
Yeah, you're dead inside if you don't like the game after the. You've been gourmahed already if you don't like the beginning.
The prologue isn't even that long either. No, it's just like within like an hour, maybe an hour. It might not even be an hour. Within an hour, you just like get fully pulled into the game. You're like, oh man.
Yeah, it's great. I can't wait to see more. Oh man,
yeah.
So good. Anyways,
we'll see how it goes.
It's been fun. I'm glad we've got better news this week than last week. So yeah.
Yep. I've been Expedition 33.
Thank you, Expedition 33, and I've been David. We'll see you next time on Synthaholic Games.
Bye.